Hey guys, this is not Kairu or Dragon Fruit, I guess. Times are changing, the meta is changing. That's what I say for when I do dumb stuff. Anyways, I don't have a script this time, so this is gonna be really hard, and I'm gonna have to cut out like 80% of. Anyways, let's talk about the SMP meta. For the most part, people add like restrictions to SMP kits to make them like more fun, to make them like balanced, right? Because normal Minecraft is not balanced whatsoever, and it is really bad. So I mean, like, now with the addition of mace, right? Now our damage output is like maximum like increase because we can breach swap and everything. So is Minecraft combat balanced? No items. We're not gonna consider we're not, basically no explosions. Why? Because these are already typically banned on SMPs, but we already know that these make the game balanced. They're not really intentional, right? You know what? Actually, better way to phrase this. We're gonna be gauging how balanced intended Minecraft combat is, because there's a lot of things in the game like weakness and turtle master that are intended in the game, but they make the game a lot worse combat wise. So we're gonna eliminate all the unintentional things like these. They're not supposed to be here. Technically the mace, the breach swapping is unintentional, but like the mace as an overpowered weapon is intentional, so we're gonna treat it that way. We're gonna eliminate elytras and tridents. Like, you can still run from a fight no matter what. Like, I don't know, Mojang's not gonna fix that, and it's gonna stay like that. Basically, we're gonna do some damage calculations, and I'm gonna come back to you guys when I do that. By the way, damage calculations are all going to be in critical hits, strength 2, netherite, prot 4. So let's start out with normal. You have your normal netherite sword, sharp 5, you have strength 2, you hit it, and it does 2.7 damage, which is, yeah, I think it's a heart and a half. It's not terrible, but golden apples, by just right-clicking golden apples, you cannot die. It's physically impossible. However, there exist weakness potions, which are intended in the game, and yet we have to ban them from all SMPs because of how broken they make things. Like, for example, if you try to splash weakness on yourself and then use a normal sword crit, it will deal 1.7 damage, which is less than 1 heart. It sometimes rounds to 1 heart, but it's less than 1 heart. That's pretty bad. You're also forgetting that Turtle Master exists. We're going to be using Turtle Master 1 for this case, because Turtle Master 2 is really good, but it lasts for 20 seconds. And so that's like, in the grand scheme of things, when you're playing Drain or SMP, it's gonna run out. Your opponent uses Turtle Master 1, you're weakness, and you try to sword crit them normally. It does 0.684 damage, which is less than half a heart. That's really bad. This is just to give you a scope of why Minecraft combat is completely unbalanced. However, the addition of the breach mace, things do change up. When you have weakness and you use a sword or breach swapping, you do a damage of 4.5, which is like 2 hearts of damage. That's good. Like, it sometimes rounds up to 5, which is 2.5 hearts, which is, I think, I'm not completely sure, but I think is enough to out DPS golden apples. That kind of solves the weakness issue. Weakness can now be unbanned from servers that have maces because it works now. Breach swapping, weakness, and Turtle Master. If your opponent uses Turtle Master, when you breach swap, you will now do 1.81 damage. Like, it rounds to 1 heart. So like it does nerf it heavily, but you have to think about it. 40 seconds of Turtle Master, like, you're gonna have to bring like a lot of that. People will more often have enchanted golden apples because of how like easy it is to get them from trial chambers now. Are they balanced? Are enchanted golden apples balanced? Yes, and I actually think they're weak now. Breach swapping with resistance 1, which is what this gives, does 5.37 damage. Or it won't out DPS if you're chugging enchanted golden apples, but it'll still like deal insane amounts of damage, and if you stop chugging for like even a second, you die. If you're weaknessed, however, it does do 3.6 damage, which is a lot less. and you know if they splash Turtle Master. So it's like Turtle Master is kind of like something that you'd use to get out of a sticky situation. It's not something that you have to constantly apply, because if you were to, it's a lot of wasted inventory space, because you'll run out of Turtle Master before you run out of strength. Weakness is really good, decently balanced, which is actually really nice. I like that. I like Mojang, please make things more balanced. We need a better combat system, and if you're not gonna do like the combat snapshot thing that, how long ago was it supposed to? So, but we have secret chests. Changes I'd make. I would make honey bottles, kind of like milk, but only for bad effects, like weakness, poison. Like it heals poison right now, but it would be so much better if it just healed all negative effects, like mining fatigue, blindness. Second, I think wind charges are really nice. They give a lot of mobility. We haven't had like a mobility option in a long time. However, I do think it's lacking horizontal wise. Like you can like wind charge up really high. That's nice. You can get onto trees and such. I don't know, like wall jump, or like just shoot yourself that direction. Like you can't really do that. There's no horizontal burst there, and if there was, that would be like awesome. I think if the hitbox was also bigger, we'd solve the second issue, which is pearls. Like sure, right? These two, they will always be broken. You can always run from a fight with just a trident and elytra. They are almost equally as broken. You can just pearl spam really fast and it will work. People have to limit pearls or add pearl cooldowns, which pearl cooldowns are intentional, so I guess you could argue that they work. How I would change this is I would probably either make the wind charge hitbox bigger. If someone throws a pearl, you can shoot it out, and whenever it collides anywhere near the hitbox, it'll like activate the pearl. So it's kind of like a aerial or anti-pearl thing. Like someone's flying in on elytra, like boom, and then it hits them. Because right now, like hitbox, like that's pretty small. I think a fishing rods need to be buffed. The option of grappling enemies in, and maybe even grappling pearls, like imagine that, like someone's trying to pearl away and then you pearl the fishing rod, the pearl, but like this is what I'd imagine. You could say like a kit. Of course you could replace these with just totems. If you're decent at PvP, you probably want less totems than anything else, because you probably won't die, so you could probably like remove this and replace it with XP. But basically the concept is you have a bunch of strength 1 in case things draw out. I made these drinkable so you could see they don't have to be drinkable. Most of it should be strength 2. We have weakness arrows and a crossbow, piercing, of course. Ignore the texture pack. This is from EXK's thing. You can go check that out. I think it's a really fun texture pack. We have your cobwebs. I think cobwebs might be a okay counter to elytras, because if someone's trying to elytra in a cobweb, they can't. Of course, they can just elytra away, further away where you can't place a cobweb, but you can ignore that. Moving on, you have golden apples and enchanted golden apples, because now instead of having golden apples as the main heal source and then golden carrots as a secondary heal source, I think golden apples function as a good secondary heal source, and enchanted golden apples as a main heal source. Reason being that with this insane damage output, golden apples now, they're a lot less useful. You don't need fire resistance anymore because you have enchanted golden apples, which is great. Inventory saving, love that. This right here, this is a bundle. I would put inside this bundle some blocks and some breeze rods. These are all compact, so you can turn this into planks to use as like scaffold blocks if you need to get somewhere, or you can turn this to breeze rods by like right clicking, so you get like a stack. And so yeah, I think that's about it. Do I think Minecraft combat is now balanced? No, but we're getting somewhere. Things like slow falling, the tridents, elytras, spam pearling, infinite totems. You know what? No, yeah, it's still really bad. But like again, if we just had hunt, Minecraft is still unbalanced. That's pretty sad. But I guess now you can use fewer restrictions on your SMP kits. But yeah, that's it. Bye.